Hey there, welcome to my channel Evolving Being. In today's video, we will talk about how you should write the essays for the Ashoka University's undergraduate application. I understand the application process is quite extensive and there is a special focus on the essays. So we'll discuss that in today's video. Don't forget to watch the video till the end, as I will be sharing tips and tricks on how you can easily tackle the complex essay questions that come each year. Before we begin, a brief introduction about myself. I was a core member of the founding projects team that launched the undergraduate program of Ashoka University. I was also the founding panel member where I interviewed students along with founders and faculty members of Ashoka. I have served on the admissions panel for both the undergraduate program as well as the postgraduate program YIF. So I carry with me extensive experience in terms of how students are interviewed and what are the different criteria on which they are evaluated. And today I want to take the opportunity to share my expertise with you on how you should approach your application. So don't forget to hit the like, share and subscribe button if you find this content helpful. And on that note, let's get started. Now, in the application process, you may have already gone through it. If you haven't, I have already created a brief overview on Ashoka University, what the courses are, what are the deadlines, what is the fee structure, etc. So I'll link that up here. Have a look at that. Now, you may be familiar. We have 3 essays in the application for this current cycle, and each of the essay is quite reflective in nature. It pushes you to think beyond what you probably anticipated the application would entail. So the first step would be to structure your thought process. Now what I recommend to my students is create a Word document or an Excel file where you list each of the 3 essay sections separately on a separate page or on a separate column. Now start brainstorming on what are the ideas or what are the points and themes from your storyboard that you want to include in that particular essay. So to avoid overlaps of repeating the same experiences and the same set of stories, it is good to compartmentalize your broad themes at this stage. Now the next stage, step 2, is to start looking into how are you going to structure that. Now each essay has a structure. There is an introduction, there's a body, and there's a conclusion. You could connect with me if you wish to know more in terms of what goes in each of the 3 sections separately. So structure your essays and then start writing. Particularly focusing and reflecting on the Ashoka essays, I'll share them here with you and discuss exactly how you can also think about the storyboard for these essays. So let's begin. Essay 1 says, we want to know and understand how you observe, perceive, think and engage with yourself and the world around you. Respond to all parts of the following prompt accordingly. Reflect on a belief or opinion held by you, which you questioned and examined. What initiated your questioning? Describe the intellectual process you undertook to examine this belief or opinion. Explain the results of your reflection and the changes you saw in your belief or opinion. And this essay is for 400 words. Now it's quite a convoluted essay. There are so many subparts that you need to address. Essentially what the essay is asking for is that there are beliefs and opinions that you hold dear to you. Is there any belief that you examined and there have been reflections or changes in your life because of that examination or reflection on that particular belief? Now, students sometimes wonder, what belief system is this or where do I pick this up from? There are 4 different categories that I have identified that you can look at while trying to select what belief or opinion you're going to tackle in this essay. The first is you could start with school. Look at what are some of the commonly held beliefs amongst your peers or what most students believe in, and probably you do so too. And here's an example. Only students who get high marks do well in life. Now that's an opinion and perhaps you may resonate with it. Think about it and see how you could identify similar beliefs that you can examine in this particular question. The second bit is family. You can start looking at how family has shaped some of your beliefs and opinions. For example, how elder siblings play a significant role in shaping the opinions of younger siblings. That's an interesting opinion. Or how elder siblings are a role model for younger siblings. Also, here's another thought. Blood is thicker than water. Family plays a more significant role in shaping you as a person. Now that's an opinion that you can explore. The third area could be friends and personal life. You could consider looking at something like this. Not following a popular trend means losing friends. So sometimes we feel that we get into the rut of following trends, otherwise we feel we'll fall out from the popular circles. So that's a belief, and it's something that you can consider examining. And lastly, you can also look at news, some of the current events that have happened around you. For instance, the recent Zomato case and the ethical as well as other dilemmas that are involved there. Professional, how we should engage with people who serve us in different ways. So you could consider looking at any of these areas and pick up an opinion that will help you build your story for this essay. Let's move to the next one. Essay 2 says, share with us an important personal experience which has significantly shaped you and your perspectives on life. Provide relevant details to help us better understand you. This essay carries 150 words, so it's relatively smaller than the first essay, less than half the size. Here, what you can look at is reflect on some of the personal experiences that you've had in your life. And here are some pointers to consider. It could be when you moved cities or moved countries and how that changed you. Or it could be a personal setback that you faced. It could be an emotional setback or a mental setback that you faced. There could also be a situation where you helped someone. Or there could be a very grave situation where you lost someone dear to you. Or for instance, you also lost a pet. And there could be various other significant milestones in your life that personally shape the experiences that you've had and the impact it has had in your life and the perspectives you generated because of it. So use these as starting points to think on what experience you want to pick for essay 2. And lastly, essay 3 says, think about a possible development, cause, or innovation which you believe will impact the world in the next decade. In what ways would you like to participate and add value to it? Now here, and this essay is also for 150 words. Now here you need to be a little more aware and understand what are the various activities that are happening around you. That's very, very important to be aware of things, developments, innovations happening around you. So read a little bit, keep yourself educated. And some of the things that you can consider reflecting on are, for instance, artificial intelligence, machine learning, Internet of Things, cryptocurrency, the emergence of electric vehicles and how it's going to save the environment, the climate change that's happening. If you're more focused on the education sector, then the new national education policy that was released in 2020. So these are some new developments and innovations that are happening around us. You could possibly look at some of these and see how that's going to shape the world in the future. You could also use the example of COVID, where all of us had to stay indoors and access and reliance to technology increased tremendously. The way we study in classrooms changed. So these are some of the themes that you can consider looking at while selecting what development or innovation you want to comment on in the third essay. And it's very important to keep in mind that you should not pick something that is totally outside your profile. It's very important to build a storyline where the dots are connected in some way. So if you worked on something in the past, try choosing a theme a similar theme in which you want to work in the future, because it will be easy to convince the panel since you already have some experience or some knowledge in that space. So it shows expertise. So don't go completely off track. My recommendation would be to see something that you've done in the past or had some experience of, reflect that and strengthen that in this answer to project for the future. And now I understand it's very overwhelming for you to look at all of these aspects in one go, given that you're probably also preparing for your final exams. There may be other competitive exams that you are preparing for, or multiple applications that you're filling out at the same time. it can get quite overwhelming. So I'm here to help you in case you need help in building a great Cogent application which is clear, logical, and convincing. Don't forget to reach out to me. My email address is given in the description box below, and I'll be very happy to hear from you. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button, and see you in the next video.